Picture this. It's 3:20 in the morning. The house is dead silent, but your mind is screaming. You are staring at the ceiling for the third time tonight, and you feel it, that thump, thump, thump in your chest. Your heart is pounding like you just sprinted a marathon, even though you've been lying perfectly still. You're exhausted, your bones ache, but your eyes are wide open. If you are over 60, this isn't just bad sleep. This is a biological warning siren. Right now, at this very moment, your cortisol levels, the body's main stress hormone, are likely 400% higher than they should be. That is not a typo. 400%. Instead of resting and repairing your brain, your body has been tricked into thinking it's in a life or death struggle. And here is the terrifying truth that most doctors won't tell you. This silent, nightly hormone surge is literally aging your brain cells at double speed while you desperately try to count sheep. Normally, your cortisol should be at rock bottom between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. This is the golden window where your muscles repair, your memories are saved, and your blood pressure stabilizes. But modern habits and the natural biological shifts of aging have flipped your switch. Your body is panicked. Here is why you need to pay attention right now. Every time you wake up with that racing heart, your body is flooding your veins with glucose, spiking your blood pressure, and shrinking your deep sleep cycles. Do this for months, and research shows your risk of stroke, memory loss, and rapid muscle decline doesn't just go up, it doubles. If you are waking up at night, your body is stuck in survival mode. But take a deep breath, because there is good news. In fact, it's incredible news. Scientists have discovered that you don't need heavy prescription sedatives that leave you feeling like a zombie. You don't need complicated machines. You can actually flip that survival switch back to repair mode using natural compounds found in everyday foods. And the best part? You only need 1 tablespoon. Today, I am revealing 6 powerful science-backed 1 tablespoon sleep restorers. These aren't old wives' tales. These are chemically proven methods to calm your nervous system, balance that cortisol spike, and help you fall back asleep fast. And you'll want to stay with me, because the remedy at number 1 is so effective it actually lowers your core body temperature to force your brain into deep sleep. Yet most people have never even heard of it. Before I dive in, I have a quick question for you. What time do you usually wake up in the middle of the night? Is it 2 a.m., 3 a.m.? Let me know in the comments below. I am reading every single one tonight to see if there's a pattern. Now, are you ready to take back your nights? Let's start with number 6. Number 6, the Golden Neutralizer, raw apple cider vinegar. This is a golden liquid that sits in the back of almost every pantry. But science shows it acts like a sedative for your blood sugar before you even close your eyes. I'm talking about raw apple cider vinegar, specifically the kind with the mother. Now, look closely at the bottle. You see that murky, cloudy stuff floating at the bottom? That isn't dirt. That is the mother. It is a powerhouse collection of beneficial proteins, enzymes, and bacteria. It directly talks to your gut-brain axis. Think of that as the superhighway connecting your stomach to your brain's stress center. Here's why you wake up at 2 a.m. It's often a blood sugar crash. When your blood sugar drops too low at night, your body panics. It thinks you are starving. So your adrenal glands pump out emergency cortisol to release stored sugar. That cortisol surge wakes you up instantly. When you take 1 tablespoon of raw apple cider vinegar in 4 ounces of warm water about 30 minutes before bed, you effectively prevent that crash. A study from Arizona State University found that people who use this simple trick had 4% lower fasting blood sugar in the morning. That sounds small, but for your sleeping brain, it is the difference between a peaceful night and a panic attack. The acetic acid in the vinegar acts like a speed limit sign for your digestion. It slows down how fast your body processes carbohydrates, keeping your fuel levels steady all night long. Margaret, a 68-year-old grandmother from Detroit, told me she used to wake up every single night with her heart racing. She started taking her sour shot, as she calls it, and now she sleeps soundly until 6 a.m. Here's a pro tip, because most people do this wrong and ruin their stomach. You need exactly 1 tablespoon in roughly 4 ounces of warm water. Not cold. Warm water helps it absorb faster and feels soothing. Yes, the taste is strong. It's a sour punch. But that sourness stimulates your vagus nerve, which is like hitting the emergency brake on your stress response. If you absolutely can't handle the taste, add just a tiny 1/4 teaspoon of raw honey, but no more, or you'll spike your sugar. It's simple, it's cheap, and it works. But maybe you want something that relaxes your tight muscles instead? That brings us to number 5. Stay tuned, because this next item addresses a deficiency that affects 84% of people over 60, and it's the primary reason your legs twitch and cramp at night. Number 5. The muscle relaxer, magnesium glycinate powder. If you're tossing and turning, your muscles are likely suffocating for magnesium right now. When you're low on this mineral, your nervous system gets stuck in fight or flight mode, pumping out cortisol like there is a tiger in your bedroom. Here is a shocking statistic. 68% of all Americans are magnesium deficient. But if you're over 60, that number jumps to 84%. If you have restless legs, cramps, or anxiety at night, this is almost certainly you. 1 tablespoon of magnesium glycinate powder in water before bed doesn't just relax your muscles. It physically blocks the receptors in your brain that cortisol uses to keep you wired and worried. Now you have to be careful. You cannot just buy any magnesium. Most grocery stores sell magnesium oxide. That's cheap, poor quality, and honestly, it'll just give you an upset stomach or disaster pants without fixing your sleep. You need magnesium glycinate. Why? Because it's bound to glycine, an amino acid that helps it cross the blood-brain barrier. It goes straight to your brain. Researchers at the University of Medical Sciences in Iran gave older adults with insomnia 500 milligrams of magnesium for 8 weeks. The results were stunning. Cortisol levels dropped by 35%, and they gained almost an hour of deep sleep per night. Think of magnesium as the firefighter for your body. It helps produce GABA, a neurotransmitter that tells your brain, it's okay, you can shut down now. Without it, you are trying to put out a fire without water. Robert, a retired mechanic from Phoenix, told me he thought his racing thoughts were just part of getting old. His daughter convinced him to try magnesium powder. Within 3 nights, the panic was gone. The powder foam works faster than pills because it absorbs through the tissues in your mouth instantly. Use 1 level tablespoon or the scoop provided to get about 400 milligrams. Mix it into 6 ounces of warm water and drink it slowly. Don't chug it. Sip it over 5 minutes to let your body absorb it gently. You might feel a wave of calm wash over you in about 20 minutes. But what if your problem isn't just muscles? What if your mind is racing with a million thoughts? And now, I want to tell you about a powerful root that smells like a horse, but works like a tranquilizer. Number 4. The stress thermostat. Ashwagandha root powder. This ancient herb has a name nobody can pronounce correctly, and in Sanskrit, it translates to smell of the horse. Why? Because it's supposed to give you the strength and stamina of a stallion. But for sleep, it acts like a master reset switch for your stress hormones. Ashwagandha is what scientists call an adaptogen. Unlike a sleeping pill that just knocks you out with a chemical hammer, an adaptogen acts like a thermostat. If your cortisol is too high, it lowers it. If you are exhausted, it supports you. It helps your body adapt to stress so you build resilience. 1 tablespoon of ashwagandha powder in warm milk or almond milk contains compounds called withanolides. These compounds physically block the stress pathways in your brain. It puts up a do not disturb sign that your hormones cannot ignore. A study published in the Indian Journal of Psychological Medicine found that people taking ashwagandha saw their cortisol levels drop by an average of 44% in just 60 days. The most dramatic reductions happened at night, exactly when you need them. Tom from Seattle had been battling waking anxiety for 20 years. He couldn't believe a root with a weird name could fix it. But after 2 weeks, he was sleeping through the night for the first time in decades. The powder is important because you get the whole root benefits. Mix 1 level tablespoon into 8 ounces of warm milk. Why milk? Because the fat in dairy or plant-based milk helps the herb absorb into your system. It also masks the taste. Yes, it tastes earthy, a bit like dirt or bitter roots. Here is a pro tip. Add a pinch of cinnamon or nutmeg. It makes it taste like a bedtime chai latte. Be patient with this one. While some feel it fast, ashwagandha is cumulative. It builds up in your system. Give it 2 weeks, and you will notice that things that used to stress you out just don't bother you anymore. But what if you want something that actually tastes delicious? The next remedy is a deep red juice that researchers say works better than some prescription aids. Number 3, the red elixir, tart cherry juice concentrate. Scientists were absolutely stunned when they analyzed this fruit. They discovered that tart cherries contain the highest natural concentration of melatonin found in any food source. But that is not even the most powerful thing about it for crushing cortisol. 1 tablespoon of tart cherry concentrate contains massive amounts of anthocyanins. These are red pigments that act as potent anti-inflammatories. Here is the connection to your sleep. As we age, our bodies have more inflammation, stiff joints, aches, pains. When your body detects inflammation, it releases cortisol to try and fix it. It's a vicious cycle. Pain leads to cortisol. Cortisol leads to wakefulness. Tart cherry juice breaks that cycle. Louisiana State University researchers found that older adults with chronic insomnia who drank this juice increased their sleep time by 84 minutes per night. That is nearly an hour and a half of extra rest. Why the concentrate? This is crucial. You need the concentrate, not the sugary juice blends you find in the soda aisle. The concentrate is 20 times more powerful. 1 tablespoon of concentrate equals drinking an entire quart of regular juice, but without all the liquid that would make you run to the bathroom all night. Look for Montmorency tart cherries specifically. They are the most studied variety. Mix 1 tablespoon into 6 ounces of water about 30 minutes before bed. Be warned, it's sour. It makes your mouth pucker. That tartness is actually the active compounds working. Some people report having very vivid, colorful dreams when they start this. That is a good sign. It means you're finally entering REM sleep, a stage you might have been missing for years. Now, this next one is going to be controversial. You've been told sugar is bad for sleep, right? Well, you've been told wrong. At least about this specific type of gold. Number 2, the brain fuel, raw honey. I know what you're thinking. Sugar before bed? Won't that keep me up? Usually, yes. But raw honey is different. The specific ratio of fructose to glucose in raw honey creates a perfectly balanced fuel reserve for your liver. Remember how I talked about your blood sugar crashing at 3 a.m.? This is the antidote. It prevents what doctors call the dawn phenomenon. That moment when your brain thinks you are out of fuel and screams for cortisol to wake you up. 1 tablespoon of raw, unprocessed honey provides exactly enough liver glycogen to last through the night. It acts like a slow-release energy capsule. Scottish researchers discovered that honey consumption before sleep can reduce stress hormones by up to 50%. Furthermore, honey helps transport tryptophan into the brain. Tryptophan converts to serotonin, which makes you relax, and then into melatonin, which puts you to sleep. It is a natural biological chain reaction. Here is the critical detail. It must be raw honey, not the processed stuff in the plastic bear that looks like clear syrup. That is just sugar syrup. You want the thick, opaque stuff that looks like it came straight from the hive. It contains over 200 active compounds, including quercetin, which calms the neurons in your brain. Take it straight off the spoon about 20 minutes before bed. Don't put it in boiling hot tea, as the high heat can kill the beneficial enzymes. Let it dissolve in your mouth. It's delicious, it's comforting, and it signals to your body that you are safe and fed. And now, I have arrived at the ultimate solution. This final substance is the most underrated sleep supplement on the planet. It acts like an air conditioner for your body temperature. Number 1. The Deep Sleep Architect Glycine Powder. This is it, the most powerful cortisol crusher that almost nobody talks about. Glycine is a simple amino acid. Your body uses it to make collagen and repair tissue. But when Japanese researchers studied it on people with chronic insomnia, they found something that should have been front-page news. 1 tablespoon of glycine powder, which is about 3 grams, acts on the NMDA receptors in your brain. It literally tells your nervous system to power down. But it does something else that is unique. It lowers your core body temperature. To enter deep, restorative sleep, your body temperature needs to drop by about 2 degrees. If your cortisol is high, you stay hot and agitated. Glycine forces that temperature drop by dilating the blood vessels in your skin. It is like flipping the cool side of the pillow, but for your whole body. The researchers found that glycine reduced the time it took to fall asleep by 38% and decreased nighttime awakenings by 50%. Frank, a veteran from Texas who hadn't slept through the night since his deployment 15 years ago, called glycine his miracle powder. He finally got a full night's rest. Why is it number 1? Unlike melatonin or sedatives, glycine doesn't leave you groggy. In fact, studies show it improves cognitive function the next day. You wake up sharper, clearer, and more energized because you actually got quality sleep, not just quantity. Mix 1 tablespoon, approximately 3 to 5 grams, in 4 ounces of water right before bed. It has a naturally sweet taste, kind of like sugar water, so it is very easy to drink. You don't need to plug your nose for this one. You will feel a cooling, calming sensation within about 30 minutes. The 6 tablespoons I've just revealed aren't magic tricks. They are biological keys that unlock the repair mode your body is desperate for. You don't have to accept waking up at 3 a.m. as just part of aging. That is a lie. Your body is designed to sleep, to heal, and to wake up refreshed. You might start with the glycine to cool your body down. Maybe you'll try the tart cherry to fight inflammation, or the apple cider vinegar to balance your blood sugar. Imagine combining them. Picture taking your magnesium with a spoonful of raw honey. You are creating a personalized shield against stress. So I have a challenge for you tonight. Pick just one, try it, and then come back and tell me how you slept. Your sweet dreams are waiting right on the other side of that spoon. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button. It helps me reach more people who are struggling just like you are. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a life-saving tip. I'm reading the comments right now, so tell me, which one of these are you going to try first? Thanks for watching. Stay healthy and sleep well. Thousands of seniors have found this video helpful, so I highly recommend you watch it. Click to keep going.